Hello and welcome to another RPA tutorial video. Today in this video, we are going to see how to automate SAP related action in Power Automate Desktop. We are going to see what are the options available in Power Automate Desktop to work with the SAP. Before start, please support us by subscribing this channel and also like the video. It really helps us and motivate us on creating more informative content like this. So let's start. So in order to use Power Automate with SAP, we have to perform certain settings. So let me open SAP and log into the SAP first. So once you log into the SAP, so you have to go to the settings, and inside settings, you have to see whether this script recording and playback option is enabled or not. If it is not enabled, then you have to enable it. So in order to enable this option, you have to go to the options. Inside options, you can see this accessibility and scripting. And here we have to go to the scripting and make sure this scripting enable scripting checkbox is checked. And this three checkbox, you have to uncheck it. Otherwise, it will notify whenever you run the Power Automate desktop with the SAP. So once this is done, this is the first step. Now, in some cases, you might see like this option is disable and you won't be able to make any changes because some of the organizations they are controlling these things from their end. So for that case, you have to get in touch with your admin to make sure it is enabled. If it is not enabled, you won't be able to perform action using Power Automate desktop. The next thing is once this is enabled, you have to check another T code called or transaction code called RZ11. You have to go and here you have to type SAP GUI / user underscore scripting. And here again, you have to check informations like you have to click on this change value and this current value. It should be true. In case if it is false, then you have to update here new value as true and you have to click on the save button. So these two settings and changes you have to do, then you will be able to access the SAP. So let me close this. For my case, it is already enabled. Okay, now coming to the Power Automate desktop. So in Power Automate desktop, we have several options available to work with the SAP. If you type here the SAP, so you can see we have separate actions available for the SAP. So here we can see we can perform all the actions which needs to be done within SAP, like launch SAP, then start transactions, get text, okay, populate text, close SAP connections, attach SAP window. So there are several options available within this SAP actions as well. So other than this, we can also use UI automations, recorders also we can use to perform the SAP related actions. And at the end also, we can use the SAP GUI script recording by calling the VB script macro within Power Automate desktop. So we are going to see all these steps with small examples. So let me start with the launch SAP. So when you drag and drop these things, it is asking for some information. So for example, the server description, the login type. If we come here and you can see we have two options available, the connection strings and the server description. So in case if you are having the connection strings details, you can use that. For my case, I do have the server description. So I'll use that. And the login mode, I will go with this manual login. So in manual login, you have to pass the username and password. Now let's see from where we can get these details, the server description, client name. So for that, you have to go to the SAP logon pad. And here we can see this SAP space FICO is my server name. So just we have to type this. And the client name. So client name, you can get it from the SAP. So you have to log off from the SAP and initial page where we have to sign in. So here we can see this client. So you can just get your client details. And same thing, we have to pass it here and your username and the password. Language, if you want to get the language, you can see this login language is mentioned as EN. And once this is done, so you can just click on the save button. And by default, it will produce these two variables. So let me click on the save. Now let me close the SAP. And let's run this and see. So we can see the SAP is launched and logged in. So for example, uh, let me close this and we'll see one more examples. So let's say I want to write down a transaction code called VA05. So in order to write transaction code, you can see we have options to start transactions. So I'll use this start SAP transactions, and let's say VA05 is the transaction code which I want to use, and make sure you are using the SAP instance. So currently, while doing this launch SAP, we have declared this SAP instance is the instance variable, and we have to use the same. So let me click this. Now, if you run this, it will log into the SAP, then it will launch this VA05. Let's quickly see this. So we can see like uh, it is able to log into the SAP and it launched this VA05 page as well. Now let's see the other options like using uh, the other options within Power Automate Desktop to work with the SAP. In other video, I'll cover all these things like how we can pass text, get text, or what are the other options available which we can use it. Let's see how we can use other UI automation action. So let me go to the UI automations and here. So for example, in SAP, I want to type a document number here. So let's see how we can do that. After typing the document number, let's say I want to click on this display variant option. So we can use this populate text. Now we can see like it has captured all the property from the SAP by default. We haven't done anything extra. So the UI automation is capable of working with uh, SAP as well. So let's say I want to pass this, and after that I want to do a click. So let's try that. So I want to use this UI, click on UI element. So let me add that. Okay, I want to perform the click. So let's see how it is going to work. So let me run from here because SAP is already launched. So I want to start from line number 3. So we can see this is also working fine. Now let's see how we can use the recorder. So let's click on the recorder. Okay, so you can see this populate text. So let's replace with whatever text you want to do that. You can pass the variables as well here. So now we can see by default, we got all the property from the SAP, and this press button action also got captured. So let's close this. And now let me run it. So it will replace with this value. Okay. So this is how this recorder is also working. So this is one of the advantage what I have noticed from Power Automate Desktop. We have several options available to work with the SAP. Now we have seen this SAP action, this UI automations, recorders. Now let's try to see the SAP script part, like how we can use the SAP scripting. So let me go back to the initial page. So in order to use SAP script, we have to use this SAP script recording and playback option. So if you click here, so it will open page like this. And here you have to create your script by recording the actions. So when you start the script recording, it will capture all the actions, whatever you are going to perform. So let's see, I want to keep a file name as SAP script 3. Now this red button will start your script recording. So our script recording is on now. So let's say I want to open page called VA05. Then I want to click here. Then here I want to type a document number 202 202, and I want to click here in the display variant. That's all. Now I want to stop the script recorder. So if you click here, it will stop the script recorder. Now let's test this script, how it is going to work. So in order to run this script, you can see we have the run and play button is available here. You have to just click here and it will work. So you can see this is working faster than whatever action we have performed earlier. So this SAP script is too fast. Right now, let's say I want to call this script from Power Automate desktop. So how it can be done? So let me go to the SAP and we have to get this script. Let's open and see the script, the action which we have performed just now. So how it recorded, and let's see how the value looks like inside the script. So you have to go to the script folder. So let me go, and here we can see this SAP script which we have recorded is available here. So let me edit this. So we can see, so this is by default SAP generated script for us. And here we are passing this um, variable or the value called VA05, then we are passing this, then this is performing the click. So if you want to call this script using Power Automate Desktop, how we can call this? So let me copy this. You can just take a copy of this script and let's close this. Now go to the Power Automate Desktop and look for an option called VB script. Or if you type script, you can see we have this run VB script options. You have to drag it and you have to place that code. So let me copy once again. Now, if you run this, it will do the same action. So let me see the SAP first. Okay. So let me run this. So it ran successfully. So script basically does not require SAP to be come into the front. It will automatically run from the back end. So let me quickly run once again to see the action. I'm starting. Let me minimize Power Automate. So this is how this is working. So for example, let's see another small thing. So in a script, so let's say if you want to pass this value from the variable, so how it can be done. So for example, let's say this transaction code. So let me declare a variable. So if you want to pass specific value to the script, so what you have to do, you have to open the script, remove this, and you can see we have the options to select the value. So let's say I want to pass this transaction code and now the document number. That's also similarly, if you want to get the output, so by passing this some informations from there also we can get it. For this case, we are just passing the informations, not getting anything. So let's click on the save button. Now let me run from here. Okay, so this is how this is working. So with the help of SAP script, so this is something like in your process, let's say if you're automating a process where SAP or any other application involved, so you can use mix of all the actions. So let's say if you have a lengthy steps, which is taking time using SAP action or a UI element actions. So you can use this script also because script is always fast and make sure you are doing the exception handling properly. So in case of failure, bot can handle. So in this video, that's all from this video. In case if you have any question or if you need any development help or project support help for Power Automate Desktop or any RPA related help, you can reach out to us, we can help you. So thank you so much for your support and thank you for watching this video.